Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. First down, going to the air with Love. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
First down, Love to pass. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Robert Quinn. Excellent job on that play. A big loss. 18 yards. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Love's throw going into the hands of Williams. And to the 36-yard line. Taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First carry now for David Montgomery. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 29, Fields. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now a first down throw, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Rolling to his right. That's complete to Mooney. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Love's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
T.J. Hockenson came into the NFL with big expectations. His big strides, they came in year 2 when his receptions jumped from 32 as a rookie to 67 last year. They expect those numbers to continue to go up, and they will when he continues to make catches like that.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. To pass, here's Jordan Love, eluding the pressure right. He'll get this off to Swift, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now Love. He's going to get that to Swift underneath, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running left, Montgomery bulldozes past him. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. Touchdown, Bears! David Montgomery. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run out through the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On play action. Love to throw. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Play action this time with Love. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Love. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Santos now to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Amon-Ra St. Brown going to bring it out of his end zone. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Love now. It's complete to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Another try after the first down sack. Love out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hawkinson. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Final play of the half. Love going for it all. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Fields. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Fields now to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Kyle Rudolph, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
3rd and 2. Love with it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there on 4th and inches. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Here's Fields.
This one swung out to Montgomery. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Chicago! Darnell Mooney with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Detroit. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 65 yards on the ground for him so far. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, here's Fields. That's into the hands of Isaiah Coulter. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
2nd and 11 now.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Play action. It's Fields.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
53.
Love looking to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game, wait until the fourth quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Well, a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bears, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.